Hey, welcome back into another video here on the Ecom Season channel. As requested, we're going to be talking more about product research, specifically something a little bit out of the blue on why product research doesn't work, why it doesn't work for most people. Now, you might see the statistic where over 95% of Shopify stores are either closed or paused within the first 90 days. The reason that's a slightly scary statistic is many reasons. I'm sure many people never actually decide to start and they just close it down, no harm, no foul. But a lot of people might try one or two products and then they just stop. I want to talk about why most product research doesn't work, why people tend to have problems. And I'll make a video, as I mentioned in one of the last videos, explaining how many products we go through every month as an advertising agency that don't work, and that's totally fine. But we're going to talk about winning products. We're going to talk about what the issue is here with the research so that you can structure this correctly. Again, anything here is a learning experience. I'm coming at you with this video for free. It's very, very simple. And this is the same thing, again, that we do in our agency for all of our clients. So for those of you who don't know, what we do is we partner with people. We don't make a dollar until they do. We take a percentage of the profits. The small retainer we charge just covers our media buying team and client manager. So if you want to book a call for free and speak with one of our client managers, you can do that linked in the description below. But this is the same thing we do. When we do product research, we build out a fat list of products and then we test top to bottom. We're not just looking for one product. So one thing, winning products are not based off your research, and that's a common misconception. People say, I'm going to do product research to find a winner. But a winner, and this is just a word that's misused, it's not overly used or anything, it's just misused in the industry. Winning product means for you, right? I can have a winning product that's not a winning product for you or for anyone else. Because winning means it's working for you. So the thing is, and this is a huge misconception, if it works for so-and-so, it has to work for me. It's very false. I'll tell you this is false because that's how I got started 5 years ago. One of my friends was selling a product. He's like, yeah, give it a shot. I tried it. Guess what? It didn't work. I couldn't get more than 3 sales in a week. He was doing $220,000 like every single week or whatever it was. I mean, it was ridiculous. I'd never seen that much money flowing in my life. And maybe it was 6 years ago now. I don't know. It was insane. But I couldn't figure out why. And guess what? Because I thought it was a winning product in general, that caused me to spend all of my money. I had $5,000 saved up. I spent 100% of it, not a dollar left. Spent all of it trying to test that product. I would literally go 2 months spending about $50 a day, so that's $3,000 total, without getting one sale. Who does that? That's just ridiculous, right? So, but equally ridiculous is what a lot of other people do, and that's why the statistic with the success of the Shopify stores is very scary, right? A lot of people just don't have the right information. That's fine. You'll learn it over time. But winning products are based off of testing products over and over again until you find a winner for you. So, and this is the punchline here, allow your budget to accommodate that. This is a slight misconception. I always kind of say, make sure you're not married to your product. Don't be emotionally invested, which is hard to kind of separate yourself from. But just think about it logically. Say, hey, I need to test at least 5 products to kind of get started. So if you have $2,000 that you're starting with, that's enough to go ahead and start testing products for sure. But the key thing is always try to make sure you have some sort of income coming in, just because you want to give yourself more runway, right? Because the winning product is not based off your research. The winning product is based off testing products over and over again until you find a winner. I just want to drill that into your head. So here's some quick identifying points and identifying facts that we look for when doing research. Just a few. Okay. And by the way, if your budget's smaller, you have to be much stricter with like your criteria of what you test. I'll test pretty much anything and everything that hits like one of any criteria because we can do that. And we test about 1,000 to 1,500 products a year as an advertising agency. That's not for my own stuff. I don't really start a ton of new stores. I just have my 2 main brands that have been chugging along. I'll start little stuff here and there, stupid stuff on the side. But that's just kind of to stay current with the different ad strategies. And if I have extra time, it's fun. It's a great example. Might make a few bucks, nothing crazy. So some of the things we look for: sales history on major platforms, Amazon, eBay, AliExpress, Alibaba. I look at all these, whether I'm sourcing from there or not, whether I'm ever going to do anything off of those platforms or not. Look for, it doesn't have to be the exact same product, a very, very similar product, because that tells you there's a market for it. The way you can see, you might be like, oh, well, how do I see the amount of orders on Amazon? You don't, but you can see the reviews, and that gives you a huge indication of how many orders it's getting. If someone has 2,000 reviews, it is way more than 2,000 orders, a lot more. I don't think I've ever reviewed a product on Amazon. Maybe one, and it was probably negative when something broke. I don't leave reviews myself. I've probably ordered 3,000 to 5,000 items off Amazon. Yeah, a lot of little stuff whenever I'm furnishing a place, office, cords, cables, plugins, laptops, mics, whatever. Just a bunch of stuff. I never leave a review. So you can imagine how many more orders those things actually have. Another thing we look at, engagement on other ads. This is a little harder to find. We've used different softwares throughout the years, stuff that gets blocked by Facebook left and right. But I remember, there's been a bunch, I'm not gonna start naming them, but a bunch of these platforms that allow you to see different ads, or if you're just scrolling through a platform and you see an ad, let's say you're scrolling through TikTok, you see one, boom, it has 2.2 million likes, 17,000 comments. That lets you know, that's an indicating factor that person's spending money for a reason. And they're not gonna spend money if it's not working in most situations. So for an example, I had an ad, it was a video ad, for a store I was running a long time ago. It was like a home theater-based store. We had a product. We were one of the first people to brand it and hold inventory for this product ever. And we were doing big numbers. We were doing like over 1,000 orders a day, and it was a high-ticket product. It was insane. And our main ad, our video ad, had about 18 to 20 million views. I remember looking at it towards its peak. 18 to 20 million views, and we had 80,000 comments. So probably 20% of those comments, which is a huge amount of people, are people tagging their friends. So it's so much organic reach. But we would have never gotten to that point on the ad. And obviously it trickled off slowly when we stopped running the store and inventory became more expensive. But it was really interesting to see because I realized at that point, like, you would never, ever want to spend that much money if it wasn't working. Now, some people might do it for leads because they have a back-end system, or a company like Netflix who doesn't really care about how profitable they are on the front end. That's different. But from an e-commerce perspective, it usually means they're getting direct conversion. So you can look at the ad as not only an example, you can usually find the link to their site, of course, and take ideas from that. But definitely look at an engagement on other ads. It's a big indicating factor that the product is winning for someone. Number 3. Price cap. This is usually between whatever you're sourcing for and whatever it's sold off Amazon. This is just a small little thing I look for, not necessary. But if I can source the product for $8 and you can't find it on Amazon for anything less than 17, that's a good sign for me, because I can usually start by pricing the product lower, get some data, test it, make sure I get it working for me, and then just start raising the price. And you can definitely sell stuff for higher than you can on Amazon. Just a fun fact. Number 4, and the final thing, out of just this list, there's a lot more stuff, but growing industry. I like to sell stuff in an industry that's not dying. That's why, and I've thought about it, I will not start investing in real estate that has a commercial component to it. A lot of people don't do this. I'm not going to invest into a strip mall, right, where there's a bunch of different stores, because as a whole, that industry is not going anywhere. Don't get me wrong. But it is sliding down, and it will continue to do so. Why would I invest into that when I'm investing much more and betting much more on my e-commerce businesses that directly compete against that, right? One going up means one's going down, kind of. So it's like just the whole idea of things. I don't want to be in industries that are slowing down. There's a lot of stuff, especially when the pandemic hit, that really took a nosedive because people just weren't buying it as much. So, and stuff that increases, like fitness products, people ordering stuff at home. So it's just really interesting to see, and I definitely like to place ourselves in a growing industry. It's not 100% necessary. If you find a really cool product, you can sell anything. But none of these are 100% necessary, just a good sign. So those are some things that if you're trying to do some product research, you can easily take a look at to see if those are going to start, giving you some indications on maybe what product you should sell, or at least what industry you should sell it in. Because the product that you find during your research might just give you ideas and help you find more products. That's kind of the point. It's just a free-flowing train of thoughts that leads to you building a whole list of products. So my challenge for you today, do some product research if you don't yet have a product working, okay? Even if you're going to work with our agency or whatever, it's just a good exercise for you. Don't find one product. Find 10 and make a list of it. 10 products, some can be in the same industry, but find some stuff all over the place, because then you would go ahead and start testing that top to bottom. Now, if you're working with our advertising agency, we do all of this for you. We do the product research, we build those lists, and then we do everything. Now, the thing that you guys do, and we teach you how to do this, we once we identify a product, we tell you to add it onto the store. So you build out the product page. That's one thing our clients do to help speed up the process, and we love to have them involved. So it makes things a little bit easier, but we test products very, very quickly, about 5 to 8 products every single month. So it's a new one every couple days per client. So that's just if you're starting. Now, if you already have a store that's doing $200,000 a month, perfect, even better, because we can scale that real quick as soon as we implement an entire back-end system so that you can support the scaling. So anything you guys need, we are here for you, whether it's questions in the comment section down below, or if you want to become a client inside of our advertising agency, all you got to do is click one of the links in the description, book a free call there. And of course, if you have questions, a lot of your guys' questions, by the way, inspire more videos here on the channel. So be sure to leave it in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video at all, drop a like, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Peace.